I won't SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from SportsbookReview.com. It's the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. We're all very excited, and right now we're going to get some insights into one of the games from Al Mcmordie from BigAl.com. Always love to hear his breakdowns. Always very, very insightful. Consummate handicapping professional.
Too.
Yeah,
been around a minute.
Absolutely, Al. This is we're not just blowing smoke up your ass. We really appreciate what you say and what you do, and just want to give you take two seconds out to thank Al Mcmordie for all of his insights all year long and all these games.
Well, Pete, as I told you and I told Al, when I first got into this business, Al was one of my mentors. He didn't even know it. I followed him every day, and his reading, his articles, and it helped me immensely. So it's an honor for me to work with.
All right. So thanks so much, Al, for everything you've done with us this year.
Thank you, and it's an honor for me to work with you guys. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right, so the game we're going to cover right now, the Giants-Green Bay, and to my eye, all the games, all the wild card games are a little bit tough. This one is particularly tough because, of course, Green Bay has been an absolute. We've talked about this. Green Bay, an absolute juggernaut since they're 4-6, since when they were 4-6, and then they predicted they would sweep the board, and they did.
Wow.
And they've just been steamrolling over all comers. But the Giants are a scrappy team that has holes, it has negatives that you can identify, but they're still getting it done. They ran the ball well last week, right? Yeah. They're in kind of an interesting spot where they played all their starters in a meaningless game. No one really got injured, and they got the win. So that's got to be a nice sign. And of course, no one can ignore the fact that that's exactly what they did the 1 year where they were in the same.
2 years, they've done it twice like that.
A bunch of years ago, and they wound up winning the Super Bowl. So,
absolutely, absolutely. They're like a boring team to watch. And some weeks they look just so damn terrible, but then they went on that 6-week streak and everything else. Bottom line, they're there. It's set up for that type of game. But Pistol Pete, that snowball momentum of 7 games in the Lambeau, the frozen tundra. I'm feeling very, very confident that this could be a double-digit win.
All right, so Mike Brenner likes Green Bay. I feel like you can make a strong case for either side here. Al Mcmordie, what's your take on this one?
Well, I think what's also interesting about, this series is that these two teams have met 7 times since 2008, and in the 5 regular season games, the home team has covered all 5. And the 2 playoff games, it was the road teams, and of course, both times New York Giants, that got the cash. But notwithstanding that history, I'm with Mike here, believe it or not. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers. The Giants are in a really horrid situation, and they can thank the schedule makers. They had to end the regular season with 2 straight road games against Philadelphia and against the Washington Redskins. So now they're going to be on the road in their 3rd straight games in their initial playoff game. And teams that ended their regular season with back-to-back road games and then had to go back on the road for that first playoff game, they've been an awful 3-14 straight up, and they've covered just 4 of those 17 playoff games going back to 1984. So that's one reason why I'm going to fade the New York Giants here. Another is that it just upset Washington as a huge underdog. The line closed at 9.5 or 10 in that game, and teams often upset win as a 6-point or greater underdog in their final regular season game. They've been terrible over the past 30 years in the playoffs, covering just 12% of the time. And, finally, Green Bay is 87-57 against the spread in Aaron Rodgers' starts in his career, including 26-8 against the spread in this price range of -3.5 to -6.5 points. So with all those numbers as a backdrop, I find it very difficult to take the points with the New York Giants.
Wow. All right, Al Mcmordie, your technical analysis there had Mike Brenner fist pumping, which you couldn't see.
I'm going to say this, Pistol Pete. If you don't jump in the car with me and Al, I am going to call a psychologist and have you absolutely analyzed.
All right. I mean, Mike Brenner, you did take earlier in the week. You got 4 officially, so now it's 4.5.
I'm not.
You'll take 12. All right, I'll take. All right, fine. Look, I trust Al Mcmordie. I trust you, and you've had a good read on the Packers as well this year. Once they started to get on that roll, you jumped on that train pretty early. And Al Mcmordie, of course, I trust implicitly. So fine, I'll add it to my official
jump
slate.
In there, pull that trigger.
I'm going to have to take 4.5 -102. That's okay, Al. Right? 4.5 -102.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Wow. Al Mcmordie from BigAl.com. Thanks so much, as always. And for anyone who wants to know more about what you do, tell us about that. BigAl.com.
Well, as I've been in business since 1992. The website has been up and running since 1995, and folks can go to bigal.com and click on free picks. They can get 4 free picks every single day. 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, 1 from Scott Spreitzer. And then, of course, you have all of our best picks. There are 16 handicappers at the site. So there's myself, there's Scott, there's Larry, Brandon Shively, there's Doc Sports, there's ASA, Tom Stryker, lots of great winning information. Just go to bigal.com and go to the free picks page, go to the picks for sale page, and lots of stuff to get there.
All right. Thanks so much, Al.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.